thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. And love this story. Love it. Jude Law, you know the actor Jude Law? He has publicly apologized to his fiancée, actress Sienna Miller, expressing his sincere regret over an affair with one of his children's nannies. Here's what he said. Following the reports of today's papers, I just want to say that I am deeply ashamed and upset that I've hurt Sienna and the people most close to us. This was a statement made to the British Press Association. Jude Law, 32 years old. He said, I want to publicly apologize to Sienna and our respective families for the pain that I have caused, said Law, star of Alfie and the talented Mr. Ripley. The publicity firm that represents Miller told the Associated Press the 23-year-old actress had no comment on Law's statement. Miller was Law's co-star in the remake of the movie Alfie. You may not know Alfie was a movie from the 60s. That was a remake. The couple became engaged on Christmas Day 2004. That's just over 6 months ago. The nanny was identified as Daisy Wright, 26. Law divorced fashion designer actress Sadie Frost in October 2003 after a 6-year marriage and 3 children. Blah, blah, blah. So Jude Law gets caught nailing the nanny. The story appears in the papers in England, and he comes out with a statement apologizing. Now, I must say, number one, if you feel the need to nail a nanny, you're getting married too fast anyway. You are not ready to get married. You're not. I might add that, again, if you look at the dates involved here, he divorced Sadie Frost in October 2003 and got engaged 14 months later on Christmas Day 2004. Too fast, Jude. And I say he did the wrong thing by apologizing in public. Number one, it's not the press's business. If they reported on that, that's fine. The reason he's doing this in public is because Jude Law's fans are chicks. And chicks have this very sick fascination with actors. Like most of those chunksters out there who go to the movies actually think they would have a chance with a guy like this. So they're very concerned about his love life, his availability, whether he's a good husband. They actually care about that stuff. It affects how they see him on screen as an actor. So he's not really apologizing to the fiancé. He's apologizing indirectly to his female fans. That is why he had to release it as a statement written by, theoretically, his publicist. Because it's Bessie and Bertha out there in Kenosha, Wisconsin, who buy the National Enquirer. Those are the ones he has to worry about offending. By the way, Bessie and Bertha didn't go to see Alfie anyway. Neither did anybody else. Nobody in the target demographic can remember that Alfie was ever a movie or cared. But apologizing to your fiancé when you get caught doing this is the wrong thing to do. The right thing to do, I believe, end the relationship. I mean, end the engagement. End it. When you get caught doing something like this, it's clear you're not ready to get married, and it is time to say, I'm out. Why would you apologize for something like that? If you got caught doing that, why would you stand there and put yourself in this position where you're always going to be explaining this? It's always going to be thrown in your face. You're never going to hear the end of it. Why would you issue a public apology? And honestly, let's take it out of the public persona element. Many of you call me to tell me you're getting married and you're either too young or you're on a rebound from another relationship or whatever. And upon intense questioning, many of you admit that you might screw around at some point in the future, or if things don't work out, I'll just get divorced. This is a big red flag. Not for Sienna Miller, but for Jude Law. I mean, if you needed to nail the nanny, you're not ready to get married. You shouldn't be getting married. You should not be trying to curry favor with your fiancé. Today is the day to end the engagement. Am I wrong? Tom.
I think you're brilliant. I enjoy liking you and I enjoy hating you.
The Tom Leykis Show. Answer the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. All right, Jude Law got caught having an affair and he has apologized. He is engaged to be married. He got engaged on Christmas Day, 2004, after having gotten divorced in October of 2003. Why apologize? Why not just get the hell out of Dodge, baby? Huh? Cody on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. Well, I want to draw a distinction. I don't think it's necessarily that he needs to cheat on his fiancée. It's that he can.
Well, he really can't because unlike Joe Blow, who can head into the Motel 6 without photographers following him, Jude Law is a celebrity.
Right. Exactly.
And he had to apologize because he got caught.
That's exactly my point. He got caught. If he's doing the nanny, you know he's doing it with other women.
Well, you don't know that. You're assuming that.
It's a safe assumption, right?
I don't know. Do you know?
I certainly can't say 100%, but...
That's right, you can't.
I think it's a fair assumption, and I think he made the right call, making it public. Just like you said, he's got to answer to his public.
Right, this had nothing to do with apologizing to the fiancé. Now what he's got to do is break off this engagement. He shouldn't marry this chick. If a buddy of mine told me he got caught cheating and he was engaged to be married, never would I go through with that marriage because she will never forget what you did. Never. Right, but you will never hear the end. You will always be behind the 8 ball. Always.
Absolutely. But you look at that precedent that's being set with the Kobe Bryants, you know, everyone's getting caught cheating, but they're all apologizing.
Well, Kobe Bryant, A, Kobe Bryant is already married. B, Kobe Bryant has no prenuptial agreement.
Okay.
So Kobe Bryant has an incentive to do what he did. Jude Law's a free man still. He could get out now.
That's true.
Pay nothing.
That's true.
He's not facing jail like Kobe Bryant was either.
That's another good point. Yeah, that's true. What about Clinton? Clinton got caught.
Well, Clinton was the president at the time, and he was married.
Right. So
again,
you're saying the major difference is...
I'm saying if you are engaged and you get caught with somebody else, don't get married. Don't do it. Why would you do it?
I mean, all these guys, they just do it because they can, don't you think?
Cheat?
Sorry?
Are you saying cheat? They cheat because they can?
Yep, exactly.
Well, but see, everybody can. Now, Jude Law might get hotter chicks than you will. Well, everybody can cheat.
I just think there's probably more opportunity for them.
I think they have more chicks available to them, but he didn't go very far. For Christ's sake, it was his nanny.
Well, maybe that was after 20 others, and he finally said, hell, if I'm getting away with it this long, let's see how it works out with the nanny.
Who knows? But the point is, look, he's still engaged.
You're right.
Why would you get married? Look, here's your chance. Here's your escape hatch. She's miserable. She's weeping. She's angry. This is the perfect way out. You know what? Once a cheater, always a cheater. Say it.
See, I agree. I agree with that. Once a cheater, always a cheater. But
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what you say, and it's certainly believable. Go, go, go.
Right.
Get out.
But what if she's that great of a girl? What if she's, a keeper, but he still wants to have his fun on the side?
Well, if you do that and you're a celebrity, you're going to get caught.
Seems that way.
You're going to get caught.
Well, you heard about the recent Colin Farrell thing where the girl's trying to sell the sex tape now?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, how about the story about the governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
I mean, the Los Angeles Times conveniently left out something I had read, which said that, you know the story about Schwarzenegger? Schwarzenegger was listed as the publisher of a couple of bodybuilding magazines.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Now, what they didn't say is what I had read somewhere else, which was an allegation that Schwarzenegger had not only screwed around once in a while, but apparently, according to the story I read, repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
And the National Enquirer was about to spill the beans, but it turned out that the company that owns the National Enquirer also owned these couple of bodybuilding magazines, and the guy who ran the magazines is a guy named Joe Weider, who had once been Arnold Schwarzenegger's mentor as a bodybuilder. And the allegation was, and again, we don't know if this is true. Certainly, I'd like to know. The allegation was that the National Enquirer might forget all the things that Schwarzenegger had done if he would agree to be the publisher of these magazines.
Right. So they enticed him into it, because I heard about that.
Well, that's what I read. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I read.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, the bottom line here is, though, that, the fact is that unless you are on good terms with the tabloids,
right.
This is the business they're in. And by the way, we know paparazzi photographers. We know people in that business. And we're on very good terms with them. Okay. And here's the deal. They have every right to do their business. They have every right to put out these stories about people that the mainstream publications won't publish. Sure. That's how they do business. And I completely agree with their right to do it. And I'm not one of those people who attacks them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, if you're going to put yourself in the public eye, you got to be ready and willing to. Well,
if you're Jude Law,
yep,
you can't just head down to the Motel 6 with the nanny. Someone's going to find you.
Okay, yeah, I see your point. So
even though he may have access to more chicks, right, he's also got more people watching what he's doing.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Right, remember when Hugh Grant got caught in the front seat of the car in Hollywood?
That's right.
With a hooker?
Yeah.
Giving him a little oral favor there? Well, it wasn't a favor, he was paying for it, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, people are watching everything you're doing.
That's true.
When you're a celebrity.
Okay. Well, that's a good point. You want to take me out African style with the bong rip?
Here you go, Cody.
Thanks, Tom.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Phil on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing okay, Phil.
All right. Now, hey, listen, a couple things. Number one, being men, we have a genetic disadvantage. I mean, we're given two heads and only enough blood to run one at a time. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Jude Law would actually come out and just apologize, I mean, what a pussy.
Well, again, my opinion is that the apology, which was issued as a statement, theoretically written by a publicist,
sure,
although it said that it was an apology to his fiancée, in reality, it was a mea culpa to his fat female fans, FFF for short.
Right.
The ones who actually think there's a chance they would actually get to hook up with Jude Law.
Right. Well, the thing is that I'm not sure what kind of evidence they had, or she had, or anything else like that, but I go by a theory I call the dad theory. That's deny everything, admit nothing, demand proof.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you a question. If you got caught, I don't know, are you married?
No.
All right. If you were engaged to be married, like Jude Law.
Yes.
not as a famous person, just yourself, who you are, and you got caught, wouldn't that be an opportunity for you to, like, re-examine whether you should be getting married anyway?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, wouldn't that be the time to say, rather than denying it, why deny it?
Well,
this is your chance to get out.
Sure. And believe me, I've been married before, and I was on the other end. I caught my wife cheating.
Mm-hmm.
But, if I was in that position and I felt like I had to go somewhere else or I wanted to go somewhere else, I'd cut the ties. I mean, obviously, that's a wrong thing to do. But
what I don't understand is guys who get caught,
right?
When they're not even married, okay? They get caught, like the guys on Cheaters, if you ever watch that show, okay? Sure. These guys get caught, and then instead of saying, you know what, you got me,
right?
They start lying and backpedaling. It's like, why do that? Just say, guess what? Yes, I had sex with somebody else. Thank God I figured out now. I mean, I'll tell you what. If I was ever cheating and I was ever on Cheaters, I'd look right into the camera and say, you got me. And you know what? Here's my opportunity to say, I'm out of here.
Sure, but absent that...
Thank God. Instead, these guys are always making excuses and getting defensive and backpedaling. Don't say that. Don't do that.
No, I absolutely agree with you. My theory is, though, unless you are caught, I mean you're caught, like, on Cheaters, or you're caught mid-stroking a girl who's not your girlfriend, deny it. Admit nothing, demand proof. That's just the way I go about it.
Yeah. Of course, you realize that once you say that, you become like 20 years ago, that Senator Gary Hart. Oh, yeah, follow me. And then everybody does. And in the case of your girlfriend, once you say that, that's going to be her license to investigate you.
Well, I tell you what, if she does, she's on a short leash anyway, so she'd be gone in a heartbeat. But I just can't believe that, him coming out and apologizing. I don't know. I just...
well, again, Jude Law not apologizing to his fiancée. That's just on paper.
Sure.
That's like Bessie and Bertha in Duluth, Minnesota, who go to see my movies. I know you thought you were going to be next on the list, and instead I did my really hot nanny. I'm very, very, very sorry you had to find out about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's saying.
It's frustrating either way, Tom. Well, listen, my friend, it's good to talk to you. You have a great day, and blow me up.
Here you go, Phil. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Nick on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Dad. I'm having a horrible day today.
Why is that?
Well, it all started quite a while ago. I broke the rules. I got together, and I got into a serious relationship when I was 20 years old.
Oh, boy, that's bad.
Actually, right before I turned 20.
Right. Bad.
Anyway, come to find out, she dumps me like a month after we've been together, right? Because I don't make enough money for her. And then the next day she comes back to me. Now, I was a little bit hurt from her dumping me because apparently I wasn't making enough money for her at the time.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks after that, she told me that she had HPV.
Uh-huh.
And which I didn't know anything about it, and just assumed...
That's my favorite magazine, HPV. I love that. I like Maxim. I like HPV. I like them all.
But anyway, I ended up, because I felt a little bit betrayed, I went out and I cheated on her. I did not get caught, but it just consumed me. I just felt horrible.
Well, you are immature, son, if you went and confessed that.
I went and confessed it a year later. We were engaged to get married, and I went to her and I broke the engagement, and I said, and this is why, is because I cheated on you when we first got together, and it just makes me feel horrible. And so we decided that we were going to get back together, stay boyfriend-girlfriend, and try to make things work. Well, anyway, this all took place on March 16th of this year. Last Monday, she dumped me. And I feel absolutely like crap.
Why?
Because I love her.
Pal, you're a boy. You are not mature enough to be having this relationship. And by the way, if you loved her, why did you stoop somebody else?
Because I didn't feel like that about her when that happened.
Oh, then why were you getting married to her?
I wasn't engaged to her.
Why was she your girlfriend?
I don't know.
Because you're too immature to have this kind of relationship. That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why. You're too young, son.
Well, what's your advice to make the pain go away?
First of all, realize that you were too young to be doing this. It's like playing doctor, okay? You were playing at having a relationship. You weren't actually having one. When you're in love, you don't shtup other girls.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
I do.
When you're in love, you don't shtup other girls.
I wasn't in love with her when this
Then
happened.
why was she your girlfriend? How can you have somebody you call your girlfriend and then say you're not in love with her? What does that word mean, girlfriend? What does it mean?
It means monogamous to me.
But you weren't monogamous.
I know.
So there's nothing there. Nothing that you thought was there was really there. And if you were a mature man, you would know that.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right.
How about you're right? Yes, how about that? Say that.
Well, it's true.
You're right, Tom.
You're right. But I don't know. I fell in love with her after that.
After you screwed around on her.
Yeah.
After you stooped somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you fell in love with her. So you had a girlfriend you were not in love with. So you had sex with somebody else.
Yes.
What made her your girlfriend?
She came to me one day and said, I want this to be serious. I want to be your girlfriend.
Right, and so you agreed to that so you could keep getting a nice piece of ass.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, so that's a sign of immaturity, son. Yeah, the idea you think you couldn't get laid unless you acceded to the demands of some broad who said, I want this to be monogamous.
Yeah.
Because if you were a mature man, you would know that there's a vagina, they're like buses, they come along every 10 minutes. But you, as an immature individual, believed that this was the best piece of ass you were ever going to get. And so whatever she said you would do, including getting married.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you thought that you could have sex with her without having to be her boyfriend or get married to her, you'd have done it.
True.
So you were not in love. You were in lust.
Then why does it hurt?
Because you're mixed up, because you're immature and don't understand what I just said. You just admitted to me that if she said, let's just have sex, who needs to be boyfriend and girlfriend? Who needs to be monogamous? Who needs to be married? Let's just enjoy the moment. You'd have done that.
At that point in time, yes.
No, all the way through. Isn't that right, son?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you're hurt because you deluded yourself into believing you were in love. You were not in love. She was the hottest piece of ass you've ever had. Maybe the first piece of ass you ever had.
No, far from the first.
Oh, yes. I know you were a big stud. How many women have you been with?
Probably about 15, 20.
How many of them are not cousins?
None of them.
Just checking.
Come on, Tom. I'm better than that.
I don't know how good you are. Here you are, Mr. Lovesick Puppy Love, calling in here. She was a hot piece of ass, right?
Yeah.
She was the hottest piece of ass you'd ever had.
Yeah.
And like every youngster out there who finds a nice piece of ass, you think to yourself, you know what, I better grab this one because I'll never get anything this good again. My God, I'm already 19. I'm getting old. So she demanded monogamy, and you said, okay.
Yeah.
Then you went and screwed somebody else anyway.
Yeah.
Then she started pressuring you to get married, and so, quote-unquote, you asked her to marry you after she beat you over the head with a sledgehammer.
Pretty much.
Right. Okay. Does it sound like I've been there before, like I know a little about your situation?
Yeah, it does.
Right. So you were not in love. You were dragged kicking and screaming into a relationship that you didn't want. You just wanted to get laid by this great piece of ass. And the only thing you're all depressed about now is that great piece of ass is being plowed by somebody else, not you. So it's a matter of ego and jealousy. It has nothing to do with love. Does it?
Well, I think you're right about the lust part. But I think that over the 2 years that we were together, that I developed deep feelings for her.
No, you didn't. She beat you over the head with a sledgehammer.
You know, I knew if I called you, you would talk some sense into me.
Hopefully I have.
And you have. And I don't want to take up too much of your time because I'm sure you got very important callers to call. But I want you to take me out in a way that I have yet to hear on your radio program. And that's vagina money style.
What would that be?
That would be an orgasm followed up by a cha-ching and then oh yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Yo, Tommy, I got a question for you, brother.
Yeah, Donnie.
You need a sidekick on the broadcasting station?
No, I don't.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. Actor Jude Law has now publicly apologized to his fiancée, actress Sienna Miller. He had an affair with the nanny of one of his kids. He's very sorry. What do you mean you're very sorry? Get out. Get out while you can. I'm not talking about the fiancé. I'm talking about Jude Law. Get out. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Oscar on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Just wanted to tell you about the problems that I'm going through right now. I was with my ex-wife for about 10 years. I got caught cheating with a single mom. And after she found out, we started going through a divorce. And just about a week ago, I just got hit with child support papers.
So you didn't just have an affair with a single mother. Strike two was, as I always tell you about screwing around with single mothers, she got pregnant.
Well, actually...
why would you be hit up for child support?
Well, my ex-wife and I, we have a 18-month-old girl.
So you hit up with child support papers by your wife?
Yes.
Well, of course you are.
And so the girl that I'm seeing now, she's got a 4-year-old girl from a previous marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy with the girl that I'm seeing now, but I still have feelings for my ex-wife.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm thinking that I want to go back because I want to have my daughter with me more time, but on the other hand, I still.
Why would you want to go back? Your ex is going to hold this over your head for the rest of your life.
I know, but she's willing to give it another try, though.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. You should have thought about your daughter before you started screwing around.
Yeah, I know.
Which you didn't.
But see, during the time that my ex-wife and I, when even before our daughter came, we were having a lot of problems. And even right after my little girl was born, we were still having problems. So
what kind of problems?
Just arguing about money and just, small stuff,
Had you discussed all that stuff before you got married? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, okay. So you were, let me guess, like 22 when you got married?
Yeah.
Yeah, too immature.
Yeah.
Not wise about the world. Not realizing that being compatible about money is one of the most important things about getting married.
Right.
And never bothered to worry about that. You were just getting laid, and she was a nice piece of ass, and you knocked her up, and bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. So what should I do? I mean, this other girl that I'm seeing, she's real cool. I get along with her really well, and
but you don't love her. And you don't love the ex either. You love your daughter.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Yeah, I do.
My opinion, Oscar, is do not get back into a bad relationship because you want to be with your daughter.
Okay.
Bad idea.
Even though that, I don't want my little girl just, to grow up with, having both parents together,
Well, but it's a fake. It's a fraud. You don't love that woman.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
You want your daughter to see that?
No.
That's what she's going to see.
So what should I do about the other girl that I'm seeing now? I mean, I care about her a lot, and she's willing to offer me anything I want. And
you're not in love with her either. Are you?
Well, I care for a lot of them. Yeah.
I'll take that as a no. You're not.
No, I guess not.
You guess not?
No.
You can't even say it to me. I'm in love with her. Say it.
Yeah, I'm in love with her.
No, but you're not.
I don't know. I guess I'm just confused about things right now. There's just too many things going on right now that just...
How about you stop having a relationship for a while?
I think so.
Yeah, you know what? That's the healthiest thing you could do. Don't have any relationship.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Jess, what did you want to say to Oscar?
What's going on, Tom?
Not much, Jess.
Hey, you know what? What is up with these bunch of pussy men? You know what? They need to grow some nads. I'll tell you what. I'm an iron worker. I walk that iron. You know what it's all about. I'll tell you what. These guys that are like this, they need to go down to a sex shop, buy a strap-on, and have their old lady put it to them.
What do you think about that, Oscar?
Well, I guess I can be on my own for a while.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're a real man, you wouldn't like that. You need to grow some nads, bro, and get done what's got to get done. In other words, get her done.
Okay. So just dump her then, huh?
I'll tell you what, man, either you're a man or a woman. I mean, if you're a woman, like I said, hey, bend over for your old lady.
No, I want my balls back.
Well, hey, all you got to do is grab them and be in.
Okay.
You got to take your balls back. You can't expect someone to give them to you.
They're not going to, huh, Tom?
Nope.
You know what? These guys need to grow up. Like I said, you know what it's about being an iron worker? You know what? If I didn't have my balls, I'd be a dead man.
Oh, truer words were never spoken.
1-800-5800.
The more money you make, the more power you have. The more power you have, the more money you have. The more money you have, the more power you have. The more money and power you have, the more poon you can consume.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Michael, I've got a minute, and I'm not kidding. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Doing okay?
Okay, good to get through with you. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you. No, I have 45 seconds.
Okay. Girl called the cops on me the other night. I guess it was time to let her go, huh?
Yeah?
Once they call the cops, it's over.
Yes, that's it. Right there. Done.
That's it. No questions asked. I gave her the paper. She's been threatening all the time, later. She wants more money. She wants this. She wants that.
Are you married to her?
No, but she's elderly from what I'm used to going. I'm used to going out with younger girls, and she's 35 and I'm 40.
Why is she entitled to money?
I'm sorry?
Why is she entitled to money?
Well, I actually owed her some because we went on some extravagant trips that I couldn't quite afford, and she offered to take care of it, and I was paying her off on a monthly basis. And I came up with a monthly payment, and I just paid her off the other day. She's like, "Where's the money?" And blah blah blah.
Oh my God! What's worse than owing money to a chick? Oh God!
The Tom Leykis Show.